Good afternoon, everyone. I hope that everyone is having a great Wednesday. Today I'm going to be talking about transportation. Transportation in Norman is not very good at the moment, in my opinion. Um, because I live in Zone 2, which means they only run in Zone 2 7 from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. at night. Um, and you have to have a disability um, for the transportation to come to your door. With that being said, the transportation, um, even though they are limited on the times that they can come into Zone 2, they you're not always guaranteed a ride. It depends on if you um, called early enough. Because in Zone 2, if you live, you can't get on their permanent ride schedule where um, you'll be picked up at a certain time every day, taken to work, or whatever else function you want, and picked up at a certain time um, every day. And because I live in Zone 2, I am not allowed to have those privileges. And also, because I live in Zone 2, I'm not allowed to have the late night service that they um, have because that won't come into my zone. And also, um, also, also, in Zone 2, um, you don't have Saturday or Sunday service. Everyone else does, but you don't. Um, and that is one of my all-time angers about Norman is because I'm barely in Zone 2. There's a stoplight not very far from my apartment, and that is where the zone stops and goes into Zone 2. Um, I am very frustrated and kind of angry at the city of Norman for that, but they contracted a couple of years ago with Embark and let Embark do whatever they wanted to do. I don't think that they even took in consideration that people who live in different zones have jobs to go to, have this, have that to go to. And trust me, I am a big advocate for disabled people. I'm a big advocate for transportation because I worked in transportation, this specific transportation, for 3 years. I know um, transportation of Norman like the back of my hand. But still, when they contracted with Embark, they let Embark take over everything. And that means that even though they have transportation committees, it's it's like that. And I'm sorry if I'm on my soapbox about that. And I hope this video gets to the city of Norman so they can hear my um, aspects on this specific topic, because it not only affects me, but it also affects those who live in Zone 2. I'm not the only one that lives in Zone 2 that could benefit from the Embark transit system coming to our doors. Yeah, I can go get on a regular bus, but I would have to go a mile and a half to get on a Norman city bus, Embark bus, just to get wherever I wanted to go. I have to either take a university bus, which is full of students, and hope that there's room for me on that bus. And sometimes there's not. Um, so I get very angry about this, because whenever I brought it to the attention of my friend at a meeting, who taught me everything I know about transportation, he goes, well, move back into Zone 1 and you won't have those problems. But moving back into Zone 1 is very dangerous, because Norman has homeless people. Everywhere has homeless people. Don't get me wrong. But you're wanting to put disabled people where homeless people are. We're more at danger when we're around that. When we're around homeless people. Don't get me wrong. I love people in general, but you're asking a disabled person to go back into Zone 1 where it is very dangerous to live because Norman has homeless people there. It's not something I wanted. It's not something I want to do. I want to stay safe in my home and all of that. But I also want the transportation to come here so I can get a good job, so I can, if I can't get on a university bus, I can get the transport. I can get the van to come and get me for the door-to-door service, which is the transit. Paratransit is what they call it. I can't even get that because I live in Zone 2. Basically, when I call, I can't get it because I didn't call early enough. And I can't get it on a regular basis to even get a job because of this issue. It shouldn't be if somebody lives in Zone 1 or if somebody lives in Zone 2. They should let the people who live in Zone 2 get the permanent rides that they need to hold down a job, and not tell them, oh, we only do that for Zone 1. No, do it for Zone 2. This town is not as big as Oklahoma City. So do it for those who live here and want to work. That is one of the reasons why like I said in my video yesterday, why I don't have transport, why I wanted to talk about this today is because it is something that tears at my heartstrings, because I can't even go up to dinner with my dad without it taking 3 to 4 hours for me to get there. And I'm very much an advocate. With I've worked in transportation. I know a lot about it, especially here in Norman. And I've learned a lot about it in Oklahoma City as well. So I know a lot about Embark. But let me tell you, Oklahoma City may need what Embark has in Oklahoma City, but Norman doesn't need that. We need Embark to do what they can to help us get jobs. The rural areas, they don't have transportation except for twice a week. That needs to improve. I would be living up near my family if that improved. My family doesn't want me to live near them because of the transportation issues. I don't want to live in Oklahoma anymore. To be honest, I want to go to a place like Texas that has better transportation, to a place like California or Florida that has better transportation. And I know those places because I've been there. I've been in California. I've been in Florida. I've seen their transportation. I've been on their transportation systems. So I know every transportation system has issues, but Norman has the biggest issues I've ever seen in the last 30 years. Because it was a whole lot better when I moved here to begin with. Okay, now I'll get off my soapbox about that. I want to say thank you to those people who commented on my last video yesterday. I want to say a big thank you to them and answer some questions. Someone suggested I do a blog and the day in my life so you all would know what I go through on a daily basis. I would do that if I had a better phone that would take the videos. Or I would do that if somebody followed me around, if I could get somebody to follow me around, and give you guys a glimpse into my daily life. Because I can't video what I would want to video without somebody following me around and videoing it with me and for me. So, and I'm trying to get a better phone so I can do those videos. Because the phone that I have, I can't do those types of videos on. So I'm just waiting on a better phone. And as for the person who was asking the difference between some services and some other services, I will go to more in depth on another video. I just didn't want to go in depth on this video today on that. And I did, on yesterday's video, I did attach my GoFundMe account to that. I will also attach it in the comments on this one. So if anyone wants to donate, I will put the link in the comments so you all can donate. If you can, please, that would be very helpful. But I understand that some people can't. And I respect that. Just please just please stay safe, because I know in some areas it's not so safe right now. So please stay safe. Watch out for that other hurricane that's coming as well. And I'll talk to you all in my short tonight, because I am gonna ask everybody what they're having for dinner tonight. So have a great day, you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow. God bless. Thank you.